Rookie Chris, IMC Nation here, Eden House in Las Vegas. This is where we all moved to learn and train with the number one player on earth, Arash Sapar aka AZD. You follow these accounts because of all the AZD clips that we put out. The tattooed guy with, and all these sound bites, very powerful clips. And all of that's from old stuff and other free streams or whatever. You really got to see the exclusive stuff. Anyway, that guy is number one player on earth. And I have been clearing that up for some guys on the phone today. It's been interesting. One guy in particular who's a fan of Nick Diaz, man, it's fun to see you guys resonate with the story because the story of men everywhere is very common. There's a lot of common denominator for the male experience as there is for the female experience. And so before I get into whatever I was going to talk about, you got to know that this is an account for AZD, IMC Nation. I recommend checking it out. The free newsletter is in the bio, imcbase1.com. The newsletter itself, to see the value, you have to know who the guy is and what he's accomplishing. What he's accomplishing in relationships is unparalleled, unmatched. And that's the quality of women, the quantity of women, and the quantity of years or the loyalty of the women. And it's not by accident. It's not like you just throw some things in the air and it falls down into like perfect relationships. It's created from understanding women. And guys everywhere want it, but they can't make it happen. And when they try, it's a lot of effort and they still fail. So they get discouraged and they'll settle for one or none for a long while until eventually they settle with one. Game is very, very important. And here, game is life. So, how you make your money and how you live your daily life is going to come out in your interactions with women, which is your game. That's what classically you'd be like, that's game. And then some people would be like, game is, how you make money. Well, yeah, that's also part of it. Game is your whole life, and your whole life is going to be destroyed or not by your relationships with women. And looking around at the stats, most guys are going to ruin their lives with women. So it's very, very important to learn as a skill. Kind of like typing. If you didn't learn to type, you're always going to be like one finger really slow. Okay, maybe you never used a computer. It's more important than using a computer. Be like if you never learned to use an iPhone to search out an app and download it, and how do you learn a new app? Maybe you get away with never having to do that. But you get it. It's like a basic skill. How do you interact with women in the long term? And you have to look at your own life and the evidence of what makes you think you really know? Like guys everywhere pride themselves that I don't need that. I've had enough. I've done enough. I'm good enough. Why do you think that? Are you like killing it, bro? You got the girl of your dreams and you're in a long, loyal relationship exactly how you want it. Do you think you're gonna fall? You're just as, if not, are you thinking that like just when the stars align and the timing is right? Because I get the idea that like God will provide it for you and not pushing for it, chasing for women, but like, do you really think that just going the course that you're going, it's going to just happen for you? Why do you think that? Because it is a girly idea. Girls think that. What are you going to do for yourself to fulfill that? Are you just going to go out this weekend? Well, I mean, it's already Saturday night in most places. What are you going to do? Is it just not that important to you yet? You're focusing on other things. We got guys on the stream right now. I'd be most interested in talking with you all. Minya, RJ, invites you to co-host. That's cool. I'm going to decline that for now. But if you're on TikTok or Instagram, talking game is going to clarify a lot of things because I was you, or even worse, most likely, 10 years ago as a burnout on drugs, still in college, totally confused, not knowing what I was doing with my life. And, thinking my best years were behind me and I was going to make a career out of like studying books and shit. And then I came across game and I was on a college campus with a lot of beautiful women. And I realized I don't know how to interact with these women. Like I see game, I see the guys that are good at game or supposedly, and they have women around them. And I'm like, I got women around and I would learn from them and I'd be like, I could make it happen. Man, it was more difficult than you thought or than I thought. And then sometimes you get success and it's like, that was so worth it. And then you couldn't keep on to the girl for very long. And it's like, fuck, what the fuck? And the more it gets demystified and it just makes sense why she wouldn't stick around or why it worked or why, like when you understood the why, it became so fascinating just as much as all the academic stuff and the engineering and the science and anything I ever figured out, the music and the wrestling, like it was another puzzle to solve. But at the end of it was the most fulfillment of a righteous relationship, a woman that you desire, that she desires to be with you, and you lead and you feel the masculinity, and it's like, man, that's a righteous puzzle. I want to solve that puzzle. Solve those other puzzles of like how to do stock option trading and forex and cool. It results in money, but are you gonna what are you gonna use the money for? So that is where did I get into that? I forgot where I got into that. So guys, I want to stream with you because the more I get your context, I'm getting further and further away from what life was like before IMC. So catch me while you can, because right now we live a unreal lifestyle, and we have for many years, and it's just accelerated when we moved to Vegas, and it's just keeps accelerating while we're in Vegas. And now it's about to reach another warp speed after Halloween thereabouts, with all kinds of new programs coming out. The messengers will be training. AZD's doing what he's doing at another level, as he achieves more fame and success and prestige in what he's doing, which is so prestigious, it's like impossible to duplicate. Like he's really demonstrating uh just the power, to open up a women's fitness center with six girlfriends or whatever amount of girlfriends, three or more girlfriends, it's like that's impressive, right? Six is just like wow. And they're beautiful, obviously. And so, just the prestige in a city like Las Vegas, I'm very interested. Like, if there was a stock, I'd invest in it. You know what I mean? It's like somebody was telling me about Trump coin and digital crypto coins or whatever, and I was like, that's cool, man. Like, I mean, I almost just want to buy Trump coin to support, although I don't know what it's going to be used for. Like, is that really an investment, or am I just donating money to Trump? Like, okay, here you go. But for a women's fitness center under AZD here in Las Vegas, like, man, that's cool. So, guys that come around and get to do residency or in any way interact with AZD and ask him questions, you're interacting with the guy that's making that happen with nothing more than just words and consistency. Where the words come from is imagination and mindset. And where that comes from, man, do you have a daily process to like clean out the garbage in your consciousness so that you're not just like parroting or, living life on repeat in a rut, as people call y'all are in ruts probably. I don't know. I'd love to talk to you, man. RJ, what's up? Ra, come on live. Don't be shy. Don't be shy, guys. TikTok, what's up? Dan, we were just texting, man. All right. So we'll just kind of end it with that. But well, I was gonna do posture is what I was gonna talk about. There are people on this stream, but I don't want to go forever. It's not that many. I think you got value from the message already. So I'll just talk about posture for a quick second. If somebody wants to, unmute or go live stream with me, then oh, there he is requesting. There you go. You just have to ask for what you want, Armando. Hopefully this reaches because this phone's about to die. You guys are gonna have a far right camera angle because it's on a charger. I accepted it. I don't know when he's coming live. It should be any second now. And if you're on YouTube, I see you guys watching. Go ahead, comment where you're from. Raw, what happened? Where is he at? Accept. Thanks, man. Okay. Any second now. TikTok, if you want to come live, let's talk game. And don't forget to double tap on TikTok. Jesus, you guys are just watching. You're not even double tapping. It says you're not able to join. Where are you from, bro? Where in the world? How old? If you could do it all in one message, because these things take forever. Just like how old you are, where are you from, how long you've been watching AZD for, and if you're into game or pickup. Okay. Armando, I've been muted on this end. I don't know if you've tried to unmute at all, but I just unmuted myself. All right. Anyway, if we can't go live, I'm sure he'll reply. If not, I'll just end it with the little posture thing just for the guys that showed up. I mean, obviously, it's not the point of the video. People that watch this video on Instagram or whatever, chances are they don't make it to the very, very end. But if they do, let's give them a little posture thing. So it's a useful metaphor to think of your spine as a lightning rod. And I resisted that for a long time because I was like, it's too like all spiritual woo woo on me. But it's very interesting. That visualization is pretty amazing. And the thing about posture is when you talk about posture, you improve your posture. So I just like fix my posture. So as I talk about posture to you, and the spine is a lightning rod for the electricity, like AZD was just talking about the cloud that was shooting electricity back and forth inside. And so it's like the cloud is all around us, the air is all around us, there's static, there's electricity, and my spine is a lightning rod. And thinking of the evolution of the human as standing more and more upright. And it's amazing as you do good yoga, balanced yoga, that the tension around your hips and shoulders, it gets balanced and released to the point where nothing is contorting your spine out of just straight vertical. The spine has its natural curve to it based on how the bones are shaped. And so that's interesting. I think that's what evolution is over time. The children after children after children, if everybody's doing yoga generation after generation, will straighten out a lot faster and straighter. But just balancing the tension and thinking of tension as balance, the shoulders, front and back, up and down, it's balanced. The pelvis, front and back, groin, butt, it's like it's balanced. And then the spine's lightning rod. So that signals to the environment. Your posture, it's almost like the spine itself is a beacon or a lighthouse and it's signaling. And as you collapse your posture, it signals as like weak, dim, dark color. And as it's bright, it could be too bright. It could be tense and proud in an overly tense way. And it's like it's a stifled yellow color. But if you're relaxed, it's like a cosmic blue, lightning posture. And notice how your posture is affected, especially by women. So that's just something, I just taught a yoga class to some of the beasts and, a little beast yoga class and just getting that going. So, you know, posture is its own layer of communication. If you saw how AZD made three girlfriends and more, really, just on body language and a translator that don't speak English, but it's as true as any relationship, and almost more true because it's not polluted by so many words, and the words that are used are like exactly translated. So it's like precise language. So the way AZD creates relationships is really built on image, body language, tonality and timing, context and pre-selection, or social proof, which is like the venue. And then finally, the words that you say with the girl, which are impeccable also. He's impeccable at every layer of that. And that's why he runs venues, he rules venues when he shows up, lots of women under him, and obviously lots of relationships from that because there's many more women than there are just the relationships. It's a whole social dynamic mastery of many different venues or arenas, however you think of it. And over time, there, I just simplified AZD's game down to like a nutshell. Perfect. Now we got it. I've graduated. I'm done. Figured it out. No, just kidding. Now put it into practice. So come to Vegas, everybody. Go to imcbase1.com, see descriptions. We got three new advanced trainings that I'm putting on the website. Man, I wanted to buy them from the descriptions. I was like, man, they are really good. And the description was written based on my notes. I just put my notes, and so my notes are amazing. And so the trainings are amazing. The highest level influence, language, and presence trainings are going on the website that you guys definitely don't have. So I'll see you on the other side. Go to the bio, imcbase1.com. Ost everybody, salute. Be the best, fuck the rest. IMC Nation.